Welcome to Recombu. It's Basil here with a Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1 Original and a Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.12. The Galaxy Tab 10.12 has virtually identical specs, but what makes it number 2 is that it is a refresh with ice cream sandwich out of the box. It also packs a slightly different design, so let's take a look at that for starters. As you can see on the front, with the original Tab 10.1, you have a very simple, minimalistic design. You've just got these black bezels and a rounded corners and a rear-facing camera on the back with an LED light, power button, volume rocker, 3.5mm headphone jack, speaker on one side, speaker on the other, and proprietary port at the bottom. There is no micro SD card slot, so you won't be able to expand it, and it has 16 gigabytes on board. It does come in other varieties, mind you. Now, jumping to the Tab 10.12, we actually do prefer the design. It doesn't feel quite as but it isn't quite as squeaky either. The original Tab creaks with a slight twist and shake. You do have more bordering, and that's to accommodate for the front-facing speakers on either side. You get the same power button up top with a 3.5mm headphone jack. However, you are also greeted by a micro SD card slot, which means you can expand up to an additional 32 gigabytes. There's a 3.5mm headphone jack, a lower spec 3.2 megapixel camera in the face of the 5 megapixel camera found on the original Samsung Galaxy Tab, and a proprietary charger down below. On the sides, you have absolutely no buttons or detail of note. Now, both devices come with 10.1-inch screens with a resolution of 1280 by 800, so there's no difference there. However, our first impression is that the Tab 10.12 looks a little bit brighter. This is probably because it's a newer device, but it may well be a different panel as well. So that's a brief rundown of the design. With regards to the user interface, the Tab 10.12, as we said, has ice cream sandwich on board in the face of Honeycomb Android 3.2 on the original Galaxy Tab. It hasn't had its ICS update yet. It also runs a different version of TouchWiz. That's more akin to the Galaxy S2, for example, whereas the Tab 10.12 looks very much more Galaxy S3. This means you get more support for things like scrollable widgets. For example, our G-Reader Pro widget won't scroll on Honeycomb, whereas it will on Ice Cream Sandwich. You also get support for Chrome's web browser. Now, while the internet browser is perfectly respectable on the original Galaxy Tab with its WebKit engine, if we open up Chrome web browser, we can show you we've got full integration with our Gmail account, and it pulls in all of our favorites, bookmarks, etc., visited sites history, and passwords, etc. It's really cohesive, and we really do hope that it makes its way onto Honeycomb, or if not that, the Tab 10.1 gets Honeycomb very soon, because it will make a gets Ice Cream Sandwich very soon, because it will make a huge difference. As far as the rest of the user interface goes on the Tab 10.12, it's very smooth indeed. We've only had it for a few days, so there really is no slowdown to speak of, and we wouldn't expect there to be. That said, it's a very enjoyable experience. We were expecting to be a little bit more underwhelmed given the exact same tech specs between the two. However, user interface really does make a huge difference. It also has a lot of really nice widgets to take full advantage of the great 10.1-inch display. Now, what really makes the Tab 10.12 a much better value proposition is the price. It comes in at £299, and that's brand new, just released, whereas you won't be able to get a Tab 10.1 for any less than around £350 to £400. So that has been a brief rundown of the Galaxy Tab 10.1 and the Galaxy Tab 10.12. If you want to check out more, look at recombu.com, and we'll be bringing you the full review of the Galaxy Tab 10.12 in the coming days. Thanks for watching.